Welcome back to my Angel channel. I'm Angel and I missed you, fam. If you've been a warrior, you know it's been a minute. I know, but y'all, I've been out here living, transitioning, and manifesting, and I wanted to share my journey, my testimony thus far with you, okay? Here, also, like, if you see me referencing or looking down, I have notes that I made for this video. It's like pages long, so I want to make sure we stay on track and don't miss anything. So now I have kind of condensed my spiritual journey into 3 chapters, 3 steps, if you will. Now, you don't have to take these steps exactly, or you don't even have to take like these chapters in consecutive order if you don't want to for your own life. I'm just sharing what I have been through and what I have learned and how I just got to where I am today, given co-creation with the divine. And we're gonna talk about what that means in this video too. Now, I did go ahead and timestamp these 3 chapters for your convenience, for reference, if ever you wanted to. But in any case, after I give my testimony, I will provide a collective reading for us. Stick around. But in the meantime, if you've got it, please grab a drink or a snack. Cheers to your reading and all your manifestations. And good coffee. This is Arabic coffee, Turkish coffee. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so boom. If you want to manifest everything you want, you're gonna have to realize there are powers outside of your own. There are powers above us, below us, powers outside of our control. You wanna manifest things outside of yourself, outside of your body, you're gonna have to go ahead and beseech powers outside of your own, all right? Because, I mean, it takes a village, and in this case, it's the spiritual village. So what I mean to say is God is real. God is real. The divine is real. Spirit is real. Whatever you want to call it, God is real. All right. But God isn't just like one singular entity. That's how what a lot of us, at least in religion, or at least true in Christianity, were taught. Like God is like just one singular thing. But that's not the case. God is infinite. God is an ever-flowing, ever-living energy that literally flows between everything infinitely. It's hard to use one name or one specific description for God when God literally is just living force that is connecting all of us. Now, that wasn't my understanding or my comprehension for the longest of my life. I mean, I was raised as a Baptist Christian, and I still like define myself as a Christian, like a spiritual Christian. But I mean, overall, like growing up, like I didn't have a big issue with the church, I'm gonna be real. But it wasn't until really like 5th grade when I had my first conscious, I guess, establishment of a relationship with God. So as a child, I was taught to see God as omnipotent, as benevolent, and to seek out a relationship with God, right? I was bullied a lot as a kid for a lot of things. I stood out. Like I was taller than everyone. I was bigger too at the time, but I wasn't even fully confident in myself. I was shy because I didn't know who I was. I mean, do kids know who they are? But it's like, I didn't know how to present myself given all the attention I would receive. And then a lot of that attention I did receive was bad. I was made fun of, I was ridiculed for being gay or girly or weird or just whatever. I was made fun of a lot. This one day in 5th grade, it got real bad. Like it was one kid, then another, and then another, and it felt like the entire class was just egging on me, like attacking me. The teacher wasn't there, they stepped out for a second, and it's like all of a sudden this was happening. And I didn't have anyone that stood up for me at the time. It was just me getting berated on by like everyone. So that night when I went home, I was like crying to God. I was just like, I didn't want to like end my life or like kill myself or anything like that. But I didn't want to be here anymore. And so I was literally like through sobs and gas was like, God, just let me go. Like, just take me out of here. Send me away. I was like, even if you could just put me in a coma, like I'll be happy with that. I'll just be in dream world. I'll be away from here, you know? Then like everything stopped. And then starting like from the back of my head, from like the parietal bone, it was like there was a trickle of tranquility that came like down my neck, my shoulders, my spine, through my chest, and it expanded outwards. A lot of it was like behind me, you know? And then all I heard was one thing: peace, be still. And there were no more tears after that. That night, at least. And I wasn't bullied much after that night either. I still was, I mean, but it's not like I noticed as much or it didn't affect me as much. I didn't fully realize it at that time, but God, the divine spirit, had given me strength and protection. Personal example, when I was 24, I had come back to Dallas, Texas from teaching in Korea. Now, mind you, at that time, I didn't have to leave Korea. I was in a great standing with my school. I was mostly overall happy, but I felt in my intuition, deep in my body, that it was my time to go. Like, I would not stay happy if I stayed there. And so I had to return to Dallas. For what? I didn't know. It didn't make any sense to me. It's not like I had a job set up or anything. All I had was like, my mom was like, okay, you can stay here for like a few months, but you find a place and then you find a job, like bye. But when you take leaps of faith, you can see how God, the divine, lines things up for you. So when I came back to Dallas, right, you know, my brother had been taking care of my car that I got way back in college. And when I come back, like at that time, he had just saved up enough money to buy his own car, and I was able to get mine back. Divine timing. Okay. And then also when I came back, I didn't want to come back into teaching like in an elementary role. I just wanted a break at least. And so my mom, she had just gotten a job with Brinks Home Security. She put in a good word for me, and then boom, I had a job. Divine timing. Cheers. When it came to the car, right? Like, I was gonna say, it was a red 2003 Toyota Matrix. Mind you, I got this car in 2020. I think 2020, around that time. So look, the car it was an older car, but it worked perfect. You know why? Because everything inside was brand new. All right, divine timing. I wasn't rushing for a car and I was looking for one at the time. I was like, let me just see what happens. I'm gonna see what comes to me. And lo and behold, after like a week and a half of searching, I had a connection through family, and they're like, hey, I got this whole new car. Get a discount, and get everything new. Anyway, and you know, I found this to be a theme in my life actually. Like with not only my first car, but my first apartment in Dallas. It turned out I got the show apartments. I got the one that had the decorative floors, that had the newest appliances, that had the, oh my gosh, this gorgeous sink. Oh my God. I have a picture, I'm gonna show it. But it was everything right at a perfect location because it was the show apartment, so they don't want people to walk far to get to this apartment. I say this because I wrote everything down. I wrote everything that I wanted down in the car, everything that I wanted in an apartment. I wrote it down, I prayed over it, and then I released. I wasn't gonna control to see exactly how I could get everything I wanted on my list. I had everything, okay, I just say, when you're going to manifest something, write it down. Write it down. Write everything you want down and do not settle. If you really desire it, it's meant for you, okay? We'll talk about it. Live your truth, your authentic self. Now, this chapter is about knowing who you are, accepting who you are, loving who you are, protecting who you are. In that order. Now, ever since I was a kid, I believed in magic. I believed in fairies and mermaids and wishes and dreams coming true. I believed in it. I believed in it all. I saw myself with wings. I saw myself with fins, sometimes both. And ever since I was born, people described me as a light, a star, a saint, a source of joy, an angel. I didn't know it always at the time, or just always, but my presence uplifts others, awakens them, heals them, purges them, purifies, even just the environment. But I didn't always believe that about myself. Denied it even. When I was young, I didn't want to be noticeable in any way. I already stood out, you know, and I wanted to be as invisible as possible. Whenever I was noticed, most of the time it was out something negative, or somebody pointed something out about me as something negative. And so I didn't want to be noticed at all. I wanted to be invisible. So I made myself quiet, I made myself shy, mostly like, just overall. It was crazy because as shy as I made myself, what I really wanted, like my dream ever since I was younger, was to be famous. I could have been in movies, TV show, commercial, fashion. I was like, I want to do it. I'm still in that kind of dream set, not so broadly, but I'm still in that sector, okay? I'm here on YouTube, hello. But I just didn't know why though. Why did I need to be so big? Why? I didn't question it until I was in my younger 20s, and then I got my answer. And I figured it out. It was, I needed access to a large variety of people. And I needed access to a large variety of people to help fulfill my purpose. I am here as a guide. I'm here as a light worker. I'm here to raise the earth's vibration. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means basically to heighten people's awareness of themselves and their connection to people around them and the environment around them. How can we make it all better and heal? Earth is ghetto, okay? It is. It needs help. That's why we're here. I am one of many here. I'm a guide, I am a messenger, okay? I'm meant to share my talents to help others awaken their talents. This wasn't always easy, all right? Can you imagine? I cannot tell myself, maybe, how old am I at, 27? 10 years ago, that I'd be on YouTube talking about metaphysics, manifestations, candles, rituals. Are you kidding me? 17, I'd be like, no. Maybe magic is real, but that's too crazy, or that's not even like safe or pure, like no. But I just learned, through my experience living in so many different places and living with so many different people, that there is no one right way to live. In fact, I'm lying. There is one right way to live, and that's the way you can live for you. That's best for you. That's truly authentic to you. That is the divine, okay? It's all connected. We are like different pieces, but it's all part of the same puzzle. All right, it takes years to experience and understand this. So like, because I didn't always know this. It took years and experience of trials and errors of. So here, I'm gonna give you another example. When I was 24 years old, I was working at Bricks Home Security with my mom, and this one day, I think it was maybe even a Wednesday, maybe it was a Thursday actually, I had this deep download. I was like, I have to pack and go. I packed 2 suitcases worth of clothes, and I put them in my car, told my mom what I was feeling. I was like, I don't know what's happening, but I gotta go soon. I even took the day off of work to pack and get ready, because I just felt so strongly. I was like, I have to go soon. I was like, it could happen that day, even the next day. And of course my mom thought I lost my marbles. But she was still supportive. She's like, all right, pack, but just at least come to work the next day. So I did. And this next day, I got another download. I was like, okay, at 10:30, something's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen at 10:30. Something's gonna pop off. So it's like a normal shift, you know, nothing crazy. 10:30 hits, right? All of a sudden, all of our screens go blank. They flicker, a blue screen pops up, and nothing works. We look at each other. My mom and I lock eyes. We're a security building, this doesn't happen. Our supervisor is like, so it was just a weird power outage, who knows? But you guys are off for the night. We're gonna let you know when everything's fixed and all back up. So, my mom and I are leaving, and we're stunned because I'm like, okay, so 10:30, that happened. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm still here. Why do I have to pack my bags though? My mom's just like, I don't know. And so, I don't know, that I ended up unpacking my bags though. I didn't need to leave until like months later. I think it was October when this happened. But I learned, I didn't understand why. I didn't know the why. And I was careful not to question why at the time. I knew that I just needed to still just wait and gain more information, understand what was going on. And I compared it to Noah. You know how Noah had like message from God saying, listen Pookie, I'm flooding the world, get that Titanic ready. You know, and it's not like homeboy had any knowledge of building a Titanic or zoology for that matter, but he still did it. So I was like, okay, let me still do my thing. And I ended up learning that the connection I have with God is real, with the divine is real, but it wasn't until months later when I figured out my premonitions are real. It's just I had to figure out when they were to apply. That was a side part of my journey in figuring out my abilities, you know? That's when I decided to follow my intuition and uproot my life in Dallas. And attempt a life in Italy. It was my one chance to change my life. Or settle in the one I had already established. Now, if I had stayed, I would become immensely independent. I would be self-taught, self-led, self-made. The path to my goals would be shorter, but I would have done so alone and had to sacrifice a lot of other dreams. But if I chose to leave, I would learn to live with little. I would have to utilize my wits and immerse myself in communities around me. Learn how to support others and be supported. I knew the path ahead of me would be unclear if I decided to leave and just go to Italy. And I would have to rely on my faith and messages from the divine. My comprehension of myself and the universe would expand past what I could ever imagine. And so, I chose the latter. Now, once you live as who you are meant to be, you start to desire the things you were always meant to have. And when you take leaps of faith, you get to witness how the universe provides everything you need when you need it. When I left to Italy, it's not like I had a whole bunch of money saved up. I had enough saved for like a month. And if I was being careful. I had to move a total of 3 times when I went to Italy. I never was able to establish an apartment. It was all like hotel apartments. But each time I was able to find a place that was affordable, and I was in walking distance, and that accepted cats, because I had moved with my cats at the time. I was surviving mostly on cold cuts, fruits, and like 1 hot meal a day from like a restaurant or something. Now, luckily at the time I was thinner and didn't eat much anyway, so it's not like I was like starving. Thank God, you know, that I was in that state. I had the body type I was, because I'm not as thin I was now. Like I would not have been able to, I would have to eat more now than I would have been able to before. But anyway, I couldn't get like a place there or a job teaching there because I didn't have the right visa. I was there on a like a tourist visa. So when my finances finally dwindled and I was faced with having to go back to Dallas, I was devastated. Like, I was like, God, I followed my intuition out here. I felt it so strongly to come out here. I did readings, okay, to be like, am I gonna be successful if I went out to Italy? And each time it was yes. I mean, and here I am, successful, great. But it's not like I saw it that way. And it's not like I felt that at the time. I was like, I have to go back. This sucks. I wasn't able to make a life in Italy happen. And I didn't understand why at that time, or even like a month after. It was to when I was meditating by a creek in Dallas, where I finally understood the lesson. And it was, I had and have the physical power to take myself anywhere. I do. And I have the determination and faith to make the impossible possible. However, without purpose, all of that is meaningless. When I went to Italy, I had no purpose. It was just, I wanted to see if I could do it, you know? And I learned that when it comes to purpose, who can you live for other than yourself? You can only fulfill your own purpose. So you can only truly live for you. I mean, I realized that I affect my life the most. No one else does. I have the most autonomy over my feelings, my actions, my environments. And claiming power over those things is what brings about change. It's a challenge, don't get me wrong. It's not easy, but the rewards are so worth it. Once you gain that higher perspective, that wisdom, you overcome everything. And then learn how to release. Release. It's hard. Now, once you understand what you have to release, it's just a matter of practice. So hopefully this chapter won't go too hard or too long. But the main thing, for real, is to release the control of the future. Nobody can control the future. It's impossible. We can't control the future. Easier said than done. To release, like having to plan everything and trying to make sure, you know, what you want happens exactly the way you want it to. But the thing is, life throws us curveballs. I know this, and I know you know this too, right? Like we cannot be prepared for everything, and that's okay because we already are. Once you understand that what all comes to you is meant for you, you have nothing to fear. You always know that you're prepared for whatever you are brought, okay? Whatever you are meant to heal, whatever you're meant to bring clarity to, whatever you're meant to gain experience from, you are meant to be there, all right? Once you understand this and understand the balance of being present, being active, and then being still, the rest is history. Then you can, I'm gonna just say, so 5 months ago, right, I was renting a room in an apartment not much bigger than my living room / kitchen, like a little bit, both combined. I was blessed to have 2 roommates that were clean and considerate. The place I lived in, I was at a constant battle with roaches, and I learned to set mouse traps out of necessity. Now, that was not the environment that I wanted to be in, but I didn't try to make any unplanned or unthought of moves to make money or leave before I felt in my heart of hearts and in my spirit that it was time. I remain grateful for what I had because even though like it was small and it wasn't, I didn't feel safe using the kitchen. It was still in a safe neighborhood. I was able to walk to grocery stores or a corner store. I was in walking distance of my trains. I was able to get to work on time. So I was so grateful for what I had, and being grateful is also key into manifesting everything you want, because when you are grateful, you realize you have everything you need. You always have what you need. You always have what you need. And that's a blessing, because a lot of people don't have what they need. So anyway, I was paying $900 a month to stay in this place, and I was there for maybe 6-7 months. I was making $60,000 a year at the time. Mind you, I didn't, like I'm saying again, I didn't move too quickly. I didn't try to find somewhere that I could just make work and then just apply and make it happen. I waited until I had everything I needed to receive a blessing that I wanted, okay? And then I wrote down exactly what I wanted in an apartment. And I know it's gonna be long, but I want to share what I wrote down just to share how specific I got. And here, I wanted my next apartment to be $1,600 or less. I needed it to be rent stabilized. I wanted at least 3 closets. I wanted the windows to have ledges in case I or my cat wanted to sit. I wanted a studio space. I wanted a dine-in kitchen. I wanted access to the fire escape or some kind of balcony so I could sit outside. I wanted big windows for lots of natural light. I wanted the light switches to be the smooth ones instead of ones you had to flick. I wanted hardwood floors, okay? I wanted a trash chute in the building so I didn't have to go outside to throw away the trash. I wanted an elevator in the building that works. And in the building that has an elevator, I wanted to live on the 4th floor at most. Okay, just in case the elevator didn't work or was down for a second and I had to walk up, I didn't have to walk up too far. I'm healthy enough to go up 4 floors. I want it to be walking distance of at least 1 train line, if not 2. I'm currently walking distance of 2 train lines. When it comes to the job, I didn't want to be teaching anymore, not in a classroom setting. I wanted to expand past that. In order to do that, I needed to currently have a job that was remote. I began my remote position March 17th. I'm not trying to brag or, say, everything happens so easily if you just write it down. Like, I'm just trying to share all of what I've been through, all of what I had to learn in order to get all of what I had to receive. And I'm still glazing over a lot. But I just wanted to share these at least main chapters that I think could be helpful so that you could end up manifesting everything that you want in your life too. In the end, everything is energy. The law of conservation of energy states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. We come here, we are born programmed with what we want. Sorry, I thought my phone was ringing, but my phone's right here. Confirmation from spirit, good Lord. Okay. But yeah, so know that what you already desire is already meant for you. The way we grow up in life has us conditioned to not believe that we have to compete with others, to step on others, to be successful, to gain what we want. Not true. That's physical thinking. Physical energy is limited. When you operate out of what you desire, what is destined for you, all of how you could expand, all of how you could grow, this is spiritual energy. Spiritual energy is eternal. So don't worry about how you'll get the things that you want. Just go with the flow. Spirit already knows what you want. Spirit already is trying to have that happen for you. All you have to do is go with the flow. Don't get in your own way. Don't reject anything that comes to you if it's not, conducive to your growth. You know what I mean? Trust all of what you can do in the present. And trust that in the present, that the universe is constantly, always conspiring in your favor. Always. It's not easy to see all the time, and we're not going to see that all the time. We don't need to, honestly. All you need to see is what you can experience in the moment. If it is uplifting, if it is down, if it is surprising, if it is curious, Live in the moment, accept it for what it is. All right. If everything is a lesson, everything is a learning opportunity. You know, we're here to learn, to expand. In the end, when it comes to manifesting everything you want, it comes to understanding and accepting who you are and what you want. How would that affect your life? And then releasing on how that is to happen and having faith that it will happen for you. Okay? So, I hope you enjoyed the spiel. I know it's super long, but it's time to get into collective message. Let's see what messages are here for you right now. Hello, welcome to the collective message section of this video. Oh, y'all, it feels good to get that message out. Yeah, this is everything. Do I use 2 bags? Is it? Hold on. Because y'all see I just ordered this. Each set can constrain. Ooh, Lord. You know, we just gonna use 1 bag for now, okay? That's gonna be enough for us. Let's see what collective message is for you. Y'all, I haven't read this letter tiles in so long, and I loved it. I loved it. Okay, we can see initials, whatever. Let me just read for you, okay? And I'm gonna say all the letters too. We have an E, R, we have an S. What is it? Something E. The IRS. Maybe someone needs to like look at their taxes or make sure their taxes are being done done well, but just be wary of the IRS. Don't cheat on your taxes, please. Oh my gosh. We have a B, we have another S. I'm seeing Burgess. That could be someone's name. I'm also seeing burgers. Some could like Bob's Burgers or be watching Bob's Burgers. We have T, we have a G. I'm just saying Your Highness right now. I don't know. Gesture. I'm also seeing the word gesture. Maybe someone gestures a lot when they speak. Gesture. Make a kind gesture and see what will be repaid to you. We have an A, another A. We have arts, arts and crafts, arts and hearts, arts and farts. We have star, star power. That's Aquarius energy. Also indicative for your team asking you to make a wish. Can you even see these letters right now? Oh my god. Can't even. Y'all, whatever. Anyway, we have 2 B's. We have an O, ostrich. That could be someone's spirit animal. Also open book. Open the book. Someone could open to a book, page 39. It's like the first sentence could be a message. Store. Storing away, storage, something about seasons as well, winter seasons. Perhaps someone had like a gift or a project stored away from a long time and it's time to reopen this gift. This is a blank tile, no, it's letter I. Igloo. Idiot. I have a D here. Idea. You're not, every idea is worth exploring. Never ever feel like you're an idiot for your ideas. Ideas are inspired. Ideas are divine. Brainstorm. It's amazing. Ooh, we have a blank tile here. You are a wild card, okay? Allow yourself to shift and change as life changes around you. Do not be stagnant. Be still as a brick. You are not a brick. You are a living thing. Palms. I'm seeing palms, like not the hands, but like the tree, palm tree, fronds. In. I think it's part of a place. Nepal. Also Nora. Anaya or Anais is the name too. I'm getting names now. Nicholas, Edwin, Warren, Rin, Trent, Tristan, Trinidad. Hey. Sanaya, Sina, or Zena even. Also Letitia or Lashana, Quaylin, or Chein, chudain, I don't know. With Y. Yarn, someone might need to do some knitting with yarn. There's magic in your knitting. Innate. It's an innate feeling. Believe your messages from the ancestors. The connection is real. You under the sea, Also unicorn. Earn, ashes. Someone needs to really get in touch with ancestors. Beseech the ancestors, pray to them, something. Also, there are those who work with like death or decay, fungus, mushrooms. For those here, don't be afraid of like your abilities. Death is such a natural and necessary thing. We need things to die so things can be replenished, so things can, be given rest. So things may end. A pause, a break, an establishment of an ending. It's something finite. People need things that are finite so that they can understand things that are not finite. Something about burial. Some might do magic when it comes to burying certain objects, or I don't know. Could even be like a message or something. But it's necessary. And then something about, I don't know if someone's sick, but I think it's like elderberry. You'll need some elderberry. Well, go ahead and pause this here. If you see any more message, please drop it in the comments below. I could use it, or someone else in the collective could use that message, your interpretation. If you see any more words, please let us know. But I thank you for joining me in this reading, in this video, and I hope to see you in another one, okay? Bye.